Imagine waking up in the morning and before your feet even touch the floor, one person already exists in your mind. Not as a clear thought, but as a feeling, a quiet pull, a presence that didn't knock, yet somehow entered anyway. You're brushing your teeth, checking your phone, doing ordinary things, yet they are there, living between moments, hiding in pauses, sitting in the background of your thoughts like unfinished music. If someone lives in your thoughts every single day, this is not random, and it's not weakness. It means something deeper is unfolding inside your psychology. When a person occupies your thoughts daily, the first thing happening is emotional imprinting. Your brain doesn't replay what is meaningless. It repeats what left a mark. This person triggered an emotional response strong enough to carve a mental pathway. Maybe it was warmth, safety, excitement, pain, longing, or even confusion. The mind is designed to return to emotionally charged experiences because emotions signal importance. Even unresolved emotions are powerful magnets. If something ended without clarity, your brain keeps revisiting it, trying to complete the story. This is why memories of that person appear without effort. You're not choosing to think of them. Your emotional system is automatically bringing them forward, as if saying, "This matters. Don't ignore it." Over time, this emotional imprint strengthens, making their presence in your thoughts feel constant and unavoidable. The second thing happening is subconscious attachment. Attachment is not always romantic, and it's not always healthy or unhealthy. It's simply a bond formed through emotional exchange. When someone becomes part of your daily thoughts, it means your subconscious has attached meaning to them. They may represent comfort, understanding, validation, or even a version of yourself you felt around them. Your mind isn't just missing the person, it's missing the emotional state you experienced when they were part of your life. This is why distractions don't fully work. You can stay busy, meet new people, and still find your thoughts drifting back. The attachment operates below logic. It's not asking whether thinking about them makes sense. It's responding to emotional familiarity. Familiar emotions feel safe to the brain, even if they bring pain. The third thing happening is identity reflection. When someone lives in your thoughts daily, they have become a mirror in your mind. You associate them with parts of who you are or who you are becoming. Perhaps you felt more confident, more understood, more alive, or more vulnerable around them. Thinking about them is also thinking about yourself during that chapter of life. This is why the memories feel personal and intense. You're not only recalling conversations or moments, you're revisiting a version of yourself that existed with them. Psychology shows that we often attach to people who help us explore hidden parts of our identity. Losing them, or being distant from them, can feel like losing access to that version of yourself, which is why the mind keeps returning, trying to reconnect. The fourth thing happening is unresolved mental dialogue. When someone occupies your thoughts daily, there are often words left unsaid, questions unanswered, or feelings unexpressed. Your mind creates internal conversations to compensate for real ones that never happened or ended too soon. You imagine what you would say if you saw them again. You replay moments, altering outcomes, changing responses, or wishing you had acted differently. This isn't overthinking. It's the brain's attempt to regain control over an emotionally open loop. Open loops are uncomfortable for the mind. Closure brings calm, but absence of closure keeps the mental system active until your mind feels resolution, either through acceptance, understanding, or emotional release. It will continue replaying that person as part of its problem-solving process. The fifth thing happening is emotional regulation through memory. When a person lives in your thoughts every day, your brain may be using their memory to regulate emotions. On lonely days, you think of them for comfort. On stressful days, your mind drifts to moments when you felt calm or understood with them. Even sadness can become familiar and strangely soothing because it's known. This doesn't mean you want to suffer. It means your mind is reaching for emotional patterns it recognizes. Humans are wired to return to what feels familiar, even if it hurts. Over time, this can create an emotional habit where thinking about that person becomes a default response to emotional triggers. What's important to understand is that thinking about someone daily doesn't always mean you should be with them or that they are thinking about you in the same way. Psychology separates emotional significance from destiny. A person can be significant without being meant to stay. Sometimes, they are teachers, catalysts, or mirrors rather than permanent companions. The mind holds onto them not to torture you, but to teach you something about your needs, boundaries, or emotional patterns. If someone lives in your thoughts every day, it's also a sign that your emotional world is active, deep, and capable of strong connection. This is not a flaw. It means you feel intensely, attach meaningfully, and experience relationships fully. The goal is not to force yourself to forget them. That often strengthens the attachment, but to understand why they are there. When you identify what they represent emotionally, the mind slowly releases its grip. Over time, as you grow, heal, or redirect emotional energy toward yourself, the presence of that person in your thoughts will soften. Not disappear suddenly, but fade gently. One day you'll realize you went hours, then days, without thinking of them. Not because they stopped mattering, but because their role in your emotional system was completed. Until then, remember this. Your mind is not betraying you by thinking of them. It's communicating. And when you listen without judgment, that constant presence becomes less heavy and more revealing.